thank you. Welcome to an episode of Open the Door. We're going to go ahead and pull on your heartstrings a little bit, try and connect with familiar issues that you may be having in your life, and possibly turn that frown upside down. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. I am in no way a licensed, or insured psychiatrist, what have you, psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor, group counselor, therapist in any way. I just try to get my thoughts out there, and hopefully they help you in some way. Alright, just canceling out some more noise there. Alright, so we got some music playing in the background. It'll probably repeat through the whole episode. These are just free common license use for anything, non-commercial, I believe. They're on YouTube at Audio Library, and I went ahead and posted the links in the description of this episode. This episode will be about mainly like past life stuff, and one second, past life stuff, and how I believe in it. I believe in reincarnation, how it affects this current life, my situation in general, and possibly other people's situations with my problems. I'm not diminishing in any way my current life or its purpose, but I believe I'll be reincarnated and have been a few times. So, in past lives. There's lots of pain and anguish in those lives as well. And, has that set a precedence for my current situation in life as I stroll along through it? Perhaps or just another mountain for me to climb. It's I don't know. These things, steps are taken along the way through this life and through any life. To pretty much every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. No, that's not right. Okay, so pretty much every step you take in life is a step towards something good or bad. There's never a middle ground. Butterfly effect. One step is going to affect everything else, depending on where you go. You could walk down an alley. Oh, if it's the wrong alley, you lose your life because you got shot by a mugger. Whatever. You walk down another alley, you save this person from getting shot. See, your life is intertwined with how you step in life. I mean, it's also intertwined with how you don't. So if you're at home doing nothing at all, sitting on the couch, listening to my podcast, thank you. If you're out listening to it, thank you. But just because you don't do anything doesn't mean nothing will happen to you. I heard about this Chinese satellite, I forgot the name of it, falling out of the sky. Maybe it'll hit you in the head because you're sitting at your house. We don't know. It's not guaranteed. These are all negative things. I apologize. Again, negative thought process. This is how I work. And hopefully it gets that out of my head into the stratosphere, you will. Audio stratosphere. Into the podcasting world. What is this all about? I don't know. I don't know. Well, it is in space, so into space. Everybody can hear it. Everybody knows what's going on in my brain. So, again, I go on tangents. Things happen. So, Alright, let's intro the show real quick. That was a big intro, actually. This is a podcast about personal matters, what matters to you personally. I go on rants and tangents about things that happen in my life, things that could happen, maybe not, we don't know. Oh, this music's loud. There we go. Oh, okay. A bit of a sinus problem, if you will. Yeah, it's sexy, right? Okay, so let's get on the subject about past lives. There's a lot of vague stuff that I don't remember fully. Some things are like, I've been in a few wars. Again, I'm not diminishing anybody that's in this current life in a war or has been in a war. I'm not fantasizing about being in a war. I don't want to fantasize about that. It's anguish, it's pain, it's torture. It's a bloody mess. It's a bloody mess. It's a horrible, horrible English accent. I apologize. Yeah. I watched too much BBC, I suppose. Or not enough. I need to watch more to get it right. Is that right? Is that right? No? No? Nobody? Okay. Bueller. yeah, so past lives, how they affect me now. I would say I learn more from them than anything. Not what to do. Wait. What not to do. Yeah. What to do. Which I guess it's the same thing. Not what to do, what not to do. Not what to do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I learn and I live and I keep going. That's the idea. Keep on keeping on. Life's a Darden. Darden? Life's a Darden? No, it's a garden. Right? Dig it? Wow, my vocab and my speech is just like off the tracks today. Anyway, so I've listened to several of my podcasts, and several. I have a bunch. I think with all the episodes together, I probably have 8. But yeah, so this is more of a hopefully therapeutic to you. You know, as I said, a disclaimer in the beginning, I am not a therapist in any way, shape, or form. But I believe that we're all non-paid therapists. Not to say we all have skills and training in that area, but we have a life skill. So that definitely could be put on a resume. You know, I didn't go to school for this, unless you count life as a school. Which I suppose, yeah, I went to school since I was for this particular stuff to help people with their problems. I've gone to school for about 24 years now for that. Ever since I was 12. If you're following the podcast along, from the very beginning, I let you know that, I've suffered from post-traumatic stress syndrome. Why do I call it syndrome? Post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD syndrome. I have no idea where I get it from. Too much sci-fi. I suffer from PTSD. My father died when I was younger. 2 years later, my brother died. So, two big guys in my life, pow, out, And I had to be the rock. I had to do all kinds of stuff to not break down and just go crazy. Unfortunately, that's affected a lot in my life, and it took a long time, but eventually I cracked. I was in therapy, counseling, group counseling, had a psychologist, psychiatrist. I took medication. None of that seemed to help. Sometimes people are just not meant to take medication, or not meant to go to class for it. I guess you could call. Yeah, I felt like it was class. That could be why. I do have ADD in class, so that could have been a big reason why it didn't help too. It's not to say that if you went to it now or took medication for whatever illness you have, it wouldn't help. Not to say it wouldn't help. I'm saying maybe it will help. Don't take it on my word that it won't help or will help you. I'm just, I recommend doing it. Go out, try it. Same thing with life. Go out and try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I'm sorry for that. I do hope that anything you're going through in life right now, that this podcast will help you get past that, that we can all get past whatever we're facing. There was there's a movie with, what a blank, Simon Pegg, sorry, Run Fat Boy Run. It's about this guy who's, losing his wife, or lost his wife, sorry, and about to lose his kid. But they just have a good rapport, him and his kid. But he's got a bunch of blocks in his life. So he decides, I'm going to compete with his ex-wife, new mate, and run a marathon, which he's never run before. So, of course, he's going to have issues. He carbo loads the night before, and he puts tape on his nipples or whatever because he didn't want to get chafing. That's the funny part. And then so basically he runs his marathon. Spoilers, if you haven't seen it yet, go out and get it. Run Fat Boy Run with Simon Pegg. Stop the podcast, watch it, and then come back to this part. I'll wait. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we'll continue from here on. Anyways, he has a mental block essentially. Although in his mind he's standing in front of this wall because he can't finish the race. He's like, I can't physically go on anymore. So bam, he hits this wall. Let sound effect, right? I have some sound effects. I don't think it's gonna work for a wall, but let's see here. Oh, you know what? I guess I can invite Facebook friends to chat with me live. I don't think about that. We're gonna do that right now. But I'll keep talking and. Oh man, I have to invite people. Here we go. Yeah. So it's definitely literally I apologize. I'm definitely stuck in the moment here. A physical wall in his mind that is blocking him from going through. He eventually gets around it. Spoilers. He beats the race. You know. He wins the race. He doesn't win the race. I apologize. He finishes the race. And goes on to make a better life for himself. And in all that, he goes ahead and you know, gains back his wife's trust and his child's trust and stuff like that. So, but this brick wall just is in front of his brain, saying, "You're not gonna go anywhere. It's too tall to climb over, too wide to go around." But he peeks through, sees himself on the other side, like, "Come on, you can do it." You know, it's basically a mirror image of himself saying, "Come on, you can do it." So he literally like bashes the wall, you know, bashes the wall, boom, breaks down the wall inside his mind. So he gets free. Then in reality, he stands back up. I apologize. He fell at this point, stands back up, and he keeps going to finish the race. You know, I mean, no matter where you place in the race, if you finish, that's the important part. You know, fail or succeed, finish it. You know, I've been learning a lot from my failures. They're just stepping stones to success, I suppose. I mean, I still have a lot to finish in life. You know, in my projects in life. It could stem from things I didn't finish in my past lives, or that I couldn't finish. Again, because I've obviously died, because I'm here. So I died too early, maybe past life, so I need to finish something I didn't finish in past life, in this life. The artist in me, you know, artist. Yeah, sorry. Pronunciation is weird sometimes. Okay, so the artist in me. See, there's a D, even though it's a T. Anyways, the artist in me. There we go. I think it followed me through whatever generation, whatever years I've lived, and there's been a few. Let's see, one I can recall, not so much vividly, but pretty good in detail, was you know, like I was a knight way back in the day, like Renaissance era, all that stuff, medieval times. That's two different like eras. Sorry. So back in medieval times, I was a knight. I don't remember what side I was on, but I remember it was a war. I was fighting to save these farm people, because like their land was on property that somebody else wanted, essentially. So I was fighting, you know, other knights, other soldiers to battle so these people could keep their land. I lost. After that, I don't know what happened. I was gone. I was done. I don't believe in that life. I stuck around because I had to move on to other lives. So I believe in ghosts. I believe in people can stick around because they have unfinished business. I had unfinished business, but it wasn't to be finished yet, so I continued on. Sure, it all sounds like sci-fi and hokum. There you go. Nonsense, whatever. But that's what you believe in, you know. People believe in lizard people. Cool, you know. People believe in Jesus, God, whatever. Cool. People believe in Buddha, whatever, you know. Joseph Smith. Believe in whoever you want. If it makes you happy, it doesn't hurt anybody, do what you want, you know. I'm all about freedom of whatever you want. I mean, okay, to a point. Let me rephrase that. If you're into killing people, doing all that stuff, I'm not into that. I don't condone any of that. If you believe that your God is helpful, is something that could help you along the way on your path, whatever, then do what you will. To a means, like, don't. If your God is a form of God, is the fact that like puts people down or wants to kill people or tells you to do that, don't do that. Don't follow that path. It's gonna get you in trouble, big time.